So I just did. Okay. Good afternoon. This is John Marling, Pulse Research. Welcome to the Metro AdSeller demo. And let me just start by saying that the Pulse team is very, very, very excited about our mutual opportunities. It's going to be awesome. So anything you'd like, any questions or anything before we go into the demo? Anything you'd like me to cover in
No,
particular?
you're going to hit the record button, right, John?
We are recording right now. Yes, it is being recorded.
Thank you.
Okay. So are we ready to begin?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so first of all, I'm proud to say that Pulse has over 600 publication clients across North America. And one of the great things about that network we have is we're constantly learning and getting ideas and suggestions and best practices from our clients. And by the way, in early February, we decided to do the first Great North American Sales Contest. And about 100 papers contributed $195 each, and it was awesome. In 10 days, we did almost $6 million in sales. One ad rep did 123 sales in 10 days. Another ad rep sold 11 car dealers in 10 days. A small publication, about 10,000 circulation, did over 500,000. Point being is we learned a lot about the opportunity and what's possible with the program. Because a lot of times reps say, well, I can't do 5 presentations in a week. Bunk. We had reps who did over 100 presentations in 1 week. I mean, out there door to door. And what we've been doing since then is putting together best practice webinars for automotive, for real estate, for how to break through and get the appointment. So I just want to say Pulse is constantly learning and innovating and really engaging with our clients. And so we also, from that, learn how to really, in today's highly competitive, challenging world, we find solutions for the businesses. That's what Pulse is really about, is engagement with the business, with the information about and for their business. We'll cover that in just a second. We do comprehensive shopping research of the newspaper readers and website visitor audience. And that information is used to find solutions for the business. It truly is transformational. I'm anxious to get in there and we'll show you how it works. One of the things that we do, it's kind of a best practice, is with just a measly one presentation per week per ad rep produces phenomenal results. So one of our recommendations to our clients, to the industry, is just one presentation. And let me flip over here if I might, and I'll open a window and I'll type in and open up we put together a nice little calculator. And what it is, it's based upon our network of clients, what their average close ratio is with the ad seller program, which is 47%, and an average sale across our network of $3,400. And so finding out how many ad reps they have. So let's say if a paper has 10 ad reps, here's the commitment Pulse makes to them. $70,000 a month in additional business. With 10 ad reps, $840,000 in additional revenue over the next 12 months. We make that commitment. And I'll show you how we put together the specific goals into their program and how we're able to make that level of commitment. We have a client, and it's a mutual client by the way, Metroland up in Toronto. We launched them 77 weeks ago. And when on the week I was up there launching them on site, I was making a presentation to their executives. We typed in the number of ad reps they had, and guess what? It came up to $1 million a week in business. And their CFO said, that's bunk. You're not going to do it. And I said, I turned around, I looked a guy right in the eye, and I said, that's bankable. I am proud to say in the first 52 weeks, we did 58 million. We're now at 77 weeks into the program, and yesterday they crossed $90 million in sales with AdSeller.
That's
Pulse,
awesome.
Pulse is all about results. I was an ad rep once. I was an ad director, publisher of a group of newspapers. Pulse makes the commitment, to results with our clients. And I'm very proud to say we deliver it. And frankly, that contest we did in early February, even for me, blew the top off of what's possible with the program. And why is that important? Because there's such a misperception, not only, with businesses, but also within this darn industry that print is dead. All I hear is the whining and all the complaining and cut, 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 cut. We proved it can be done. 123 sales in 1 week, small paper, over 850,000 in revenue. They can absolutely do it. And so how do we do it? Here's how AdSeller delivers results for our clients. It starts with information. And it's not just information in general, it's specific information about and for a business. So in other words, if you guys owned a furniture store, would you be interested in knowing how many households at that local paper are going to shop at a furniture store? What percentage are going to shop at a furniture store? Would that be of interest to you? Would you ask that if you did your own survey? Are you going to shop at a furniture store? Sure you would. And would you also ask, if you owned a furniture store, would you want to know, what do you plan to buy for your house? Living room furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, carpet, rugs, appliances, etc., right? Absolutely. All we do at Pulse, in our Pulse of America shopping survey, is just ask the questions a business would ask. That's all. Except the cool thing is we do it for over 660 business categories. So we do it for every retail category you can think of, for financial services, for medical services, for restaurants, for real estate, for automotive, for home-related services. We nail it. And so once a year, Pulse across our network, they all host and publish the survey. It's done online. They run ads in their paper, links on their website. They do email blast, social posts, inviting their audience to take the Pulse of America shopping survey. We get over 5,000 household respondents. Put it in that perspective, when they do the political polling, they do 1,200 households, sometimes 1,600, sometimes 1,800. We get such a response that we break it out into regions, or if a state like Kentucky gets enough sample, they have their own data. We have clients who have enough sample that they have their own individual data for their audience, i.e. their newspaper readers and website visitors. So it is very, very flexible on a regional basis, state basis, or an individual paper basis. But the bottom line is nobody else in the country, in North America, does an extensive, in-depth shopping survey of newspaper readers and website visitors. And that's the basis of the AdSeller program. It's very unique in that it has very timely, in-depth shopping information. In addition to that, because we truly understand that one of the reasons that a business says, well, no, I'm not going to advertise this. Well, I'm on Facebook. I don't need to advertise in the local paper. Or I spend a lot of money on Google search or Auto Trader or Zillow, etc. We also ask in the Pulse of America survey intensive, comprehensive questions about where they get information today. From Google search to Pinterest to Twitter to email blast to direct mail to local radio, etc. Why? To show them what they're missing if they're not also advertising in that local paper. Once again, showing the value. And so the basis of what Pulse does is an annual shopping survey. But it's simple. All we do is ask the questions a business would ask. So in essence, it's a furniture survey, a real estate survey, a dentist survey, a grocery store survey, a automotive survey, okay? So let me pause there. Any questions on the research?
No.
Okay, so that's one of the reasons that make us very unique, but also is the catalyst, the foundation for why the program is so effective. The businesses want information about their business. They don't want information about the radio station. They don't want information about the newspaper circulation, etc. They want to know about their business. How many households are going to shop at a furniture store? What they're going to buy. Okay? And so kind of an example, we ask about different business categories. And so these are just some of the business categories. There's over 660. We got furniture store, antique store, tool store, carpet store, mattress store, swimming pool, home and garden store. And so they're able to make a presentation of their newspaper and or website audience to show what the opportunity is. How many households are going to buy, how many dollars. Then we also go in depth about what they plan to buy. Everything from rugs to carpeting to dishes, etc. So these are just some examples of the questions we ask. And then we show them what they're missing if they're not advertising with that local paper. And so in other words, this is an example of automotive websites. I've made many four-legged sales calls to car dealers. Well, I'm not going to advertise with you. I've got my own dealer website. I'm on Auto Trader, okay? But as you can see here, it's highly fragmented. 77% of the newspaper's audience would not go to Auto Trader. And the way we ask the question is, if you were to buy a car locally, which of the following automotive sites would you go to get information about cars available locally? 23% said Auto Trader, which means 77% would not go to Auto Trader. That's a game changer when you show this to an auto dealer. Why? Because they're spending thousands of dollars a month on Auto Trader and don't think they need the local paper. And so we'll get into a second the presentation, but it's all based upon comprehensive research that Pulse does, getting us the information we need for that paper to effectively engage with that local business. Okay? Now, how we do that is we've got a very, very simple one-page presentation that's either print or mobile, and it relates to the business. Okay? So let's take a live tour and show you, some of the details of the program. So we'll go back here. We'll go, and our program, AdSeller, has always been available on the web. And so each of our clients, each manager and each ad rep has their own unique username and password. So if you'd like to take a look at the program, we welcome you. You just go to pulseresearch.com. And how about that? We've got a little scene of Times Square there for you. A little nostalgic. I bet you, I'm trying to think of how many times I've seen Phantom. I bet you at least 8 times I've seen
Really?
Phantom. Yeah, I love Phantom.
Must be your favorite.
It is. It is. So anyway, how about that? Direct connection with you guys. I just love coming to the city. We come maybe 3 or 4 times a year. But back to Pulse here. So if you want to see, you go to the demo site, just type in sales demo, username, password, okay? And I'll kind of walk you through the program here. So when an ad rep logs in, what's cool about it is on their home page or dashboard. Now let's just imagine for a moment they're on their cell phone or a tablet. Everything that Pulse does is mobile. Why? Because it's fast, it's efficient, and everybody has a mobile device. So all the presentations they've created are right on their mobile device here. And also managers can make assignments for ad reps to create and present presentations. They're all right there. It gives them a summary. Remember, this is a demo site on where they stand to those goals. Remember a moment ago we talked about just one? That really sets up specific goals in terms of revenue, number of presentations for their department, etc. So you can see here it shows them in real time where they stand to the goals. And this is for individual ad reps. And then where does their department stand to the specific goals? But back to the ad reps. So the ad reps now can very quickly create presentations. So they either can create from an assignment they were given, or they come up here to the little prospecting tool we've got. So they click on prospects. Now, if you remember, I mentioned a moment ago that the Pulse of America survey has over 600 business categories. we have the ability to track the results. Other words, for every single business category, how many have been sold, what the close percentage is, and how the average sale is. How do we do that? The reporting program. So every time an ad rep creates a presentation, it's automatically logged. And so they create a presentation like here for an optometrist. It's automatically logged in the Pulse database that a presentation is made to an optometrist, a presentation here made to a furniture store. This is across over 6,000 ad reps. When they present it, we track that. When they sell it, we now know the sold percentage. If they say no, we know the no percentage. We know what the average sale is. So we get the information in real time across our network about the actual results by business category. So back to the prospecting, what Pulse then does is array or prioritize or rank every single business type by a combination of close ratio, average sale, and sold. So across the Pulse network of over 660 business categories, a hearing aid center is number one opportunity in the combination of close ratio, average sale, and sold rank. Hospitals are number two, retirement homes number three, shopping centers number four. You get the idea here. Funeral services, I would have never guessed that, number six. Realtors are number seven. But look at this. You click on sold rank based upon how many sold. Realtors are number one. Number one category sold is realtors. Number two is auto dealerships. Number three is family style restaurants. Close ratio, highest close ratio. Used farm equipment dealer, 83% close ratio. Average sale, okay, 17,000 new and used vehicle dealership. But look at this. They can now organize the data by business category. And this gives you an idea of what's available to an ad rep. These are just apparel related businesses: shoe store, men's clothing store, jewelry store, sportswear store, arts and entertainment business categories, everything from museums to theaters, casinos. Then you've got arts and entertainment, automotive business categories. Look at that. Roughly 20 for everything from audio to glass repair, auto body shop. Then you got beauty and spa, child-related businesses, community service, education, huge, events, family activities, farm-related, financial, fitness, general retail. So this is right at their fingertips for creating presentations. And by the way, you see here, starter ask. That is phenomenally effective. Either find a new or changed cardiologist. Where this becomes important is like with dentists. So what if you're 70% going to go to a dentist? So we changed the question. You plan to start or get a new dentist? Game changer. Became much more compelling and interesting, to the business categories. Then you come down through here, and just to complete this up, we've got real estate, we've got recreation, we got specialty foods. So kind of the takeaway from it is any single business type an ad rep can think of, they can now create a presentation. But we make it easy for them to get the appointment. How do we do that? And let me just reorganize this list by, what's been sold for the most effective categories. We help them get the appointment with a teaser. So as you notice here, in every single business category, there's a link to a teaser. What's a teaser? It's the talking points that gets the business excited. So they click on teaser, and look at this. How would you like to connect with 2,213 local households who are going to start or change a hearing aid center? They're going to start or change a hearing aid center, and they're going to spend $5.5 million. This has been phenomenal in getting the appointments. Why? Because it relates to their business. How would you like to know more? They say, yeah, come on over. I was sitting there with an ad rep up in Vancouver, British Columbia, and we're using a teaser like this with a realtor, about the number of households they reach who are going to get a new or change realtors. And the guy stopped the ad rep right in the middle and said, stop. And the guy says, what? He says, how soon can you come over? So we built into the program the ability to connect and get the appointment, which is getting harder and harder all the time. So once they got the appointment, let me show you how easy it is for them to create a presentation. So let's do one for a dentist. All they have to do is just type in dentist. Okay? And so we got start or change dentist. And look at this. All they have to do is click on find. And then for every single client, it defaults to their local geography. And so it gives out a nice map, in this case of the dentist. And then on the left-hand side here is a listing of all the dentists. And they can change the zip code to put in a town or a county. It's very, very flexible. It's a Google mashup. And so they say, oh my gosh, Allegheny Dental Care. Let's create a presentation for them. They can do a presentation in under 60 seconds. They can do it with the business. They can be in their car outside of Allegheny Dental and create a presentation in their car on their smartphone. So they click on create presentation, watch this how fast it is to access the information and create a presentation. Most of our clients have the one-page presentation. It's a very simple presentation. Okay, so it's got start or change dentist. They click on and they can put in, the audience that they want to present. Okay, they can put in a package. Okay, they've got the average dental, and look at this. It's helping them in real time. It's pre-populating with an example presentation. And they can either say, well, I want to type in, I want to do whitening, teeth whitening. So let's type in, we go to the research, and we see if whitening's out. There it is, whitening. Or we could have typed in whitening. And so they go through this. We're making it fast and easy. We're showing them the competitive media, not going to a business Facebook page, not have search for a dental, not going to a local business website. But what if they say, well, instead of a email, I want to include Pinterest. No problem. They just click on add more, and they just type in Pinterest. Once again, we're accessing the Pulse of America data. But you see how we pre-created a presentation to make it simple for them? Pulse suggests what should be in a dental presentation. Okay? And then we've got a return on investment. In this case, it's a 21-time return on investment. We also ask in the survey, by the way, I forgot to mention, about ad readership and classified results. So once they've edited, in this case, we don't have it pre-populated for every category, but we have it for the most popular categories like dentists. It's all pre-populated. They can just edit it really fast, or once they save it, they click on save, then they can come back and they can just change the name. So they can create a base dentist presentation, and just keep changing the name. So let me pause here. Any questions or feedback on the setup using the prospecting tool, and then just click, 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 and they can create a presentation, in this case, for a dentist, telling their story.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Super impressive. I get my main overall question is the numbers that are being generated.
Mm-hmm.
Are they specific to their market, or is it pulling from all of the 600 plus participating publications that you're dealing with?
It depends upon that specific publication. It's either regional data, like the Northeast, or it could be state data, like Kentucky, or like the Review Journal in Las Vegas. They get enough sample, they have their own data. So to answer your question, the minimal it's going to be is regional data, the states right around them. Okay?
Okay.
And by the way, we've done research for 32 years. We've done thousands and thousands of surveys. So we're able to compare the results by state, by region, etc. There is virtually no meaningful difference across the United States in the percentage you plan to buy at a particular business category or dental service needs, like right here. Comparing state by state by state, the percentage you're going to get a crown, it might be 15% in one region, might be 11% in another. It doesn't vary by 1 or 2 percentage points.
No matter uh, how the economy is doing?
And dental, not really.
Well, that's because you barely get any money for it. I mean, as far as insurance.
Well, that's true. But yeah, what we did is, let me answer your question more directly. Back in 2008, we were doing the survey every 90 days because the economy was very volatile. Currently, we do it once a year because the economy is more stable. If that changes, then we will immediately update the research, do another survey. Okay? So
Do you guys promote the survey on your own as well beyond the participating clients?
no, because well, let me ask that another way. Yes, we do. A lot of press associations join in and promote the survey. And that's why we have Kentucky results, because the Kentucky Press Association promoted it among all their members, and they weren't necessarily clients of Pulse.
Okay.
Okay? So good question. So the research, where's it coming from? It depends on the publication. It's either regional data, state data, or their own data. So like some of our clients, like the Palm Beach Post, they do their own Pulse of America survey. They use the same questions, but they promote it just of their audience. Okay? So good question. Any other questions on the research or the prospecting tool or the setup? Creating a presentation.
Would we be able to, at another time, or at least can I see, like, I want to see one of these surveys to get a feel for the kinds of questions and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can email you. What's your email address?
Oh, you have it from this morning when Rob was emailing the two of us?
Okay, so Deb, I will email you the stats. Okay?
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so the most effective presentation is mobile. Everybody's got a smartphone. Most of the papers now have a tablet. And this is when I was out there at NJ Advance, and Tony Roselli, when we were out there making four-legged sales calls and doing the mobile presentation, he said, my gosh, we should include the ad wizard in this. And that was kind of the genesis.
We love Tony.
That was the genesis that got us talking. It was Tony.
Yeah, well, he's an ideas man and a doer. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is. So I immediately, called Rob, and we got things happening. So here's the mobile presentation. You don't just go right into the information. You make sure that this Allegheny Dental understands this is their information. We did a dental needs survey. We asked the same questions you would ask. What do you mean by that? You plan to start or change a dentist? Would you ask that? You want to know that? Yeah, absolutely. Would you want to know what their dental needs are? Teeth whitening, implants, checkups? Yeah, absolutely. I got good news for you. We just did recently a dental needs survey. Let's take a look at the results, but more important, let's find solutions for you. Let's find opportunities where you can get additional business based upon current demand. And they say, yeah, let's do it. So look at this. You click on your tablet, and look at this. 41% plan to start or change a dentist. 41%. We reached 30,000 households. That means there's 12,300 households that we reach who plan to start or change a dentist. That gets their attention because they realize, oh my gosh, I can get more business, or they're concurrently thinking, uh-oh, I could lose some customers, right? So now you got their attention, why it's about and for them. Then Paul suggests that the average household is going to spend $1,300 on a dentist. That means there's $16 million in either new or changing dental providers. 16 million. Then I ask him, well, what share of that would you like to get? It's going to happen. Look at this. You can edit in real time. You can get the advertiser's input. Well, I think I can get a 5% share. You're starting to get their buy-in. You're starting to get their engagement. Look at that, 5%. It should have updated here. 7%. There we go. 5%. There. 799, almost $800,000, just getting 5%. Now you've got their attention. You can edit the distribution area. Okay? I was making a presentation to one of the Metro publications in Ottawa. The guy says, yeah, you've got circulation all around Ottawa, but I'm only interested in the Northwest sector. Now we've got the ability to click here and show them how many households right within their neighborhoods we've reached and what the opportunity is. So after getting their engagement on the audience and their share, and obviously connecting with them, and they realize, my gosh, my local paper's got some value here, some opportunity that I'm missing, then let's go into specific solutions for them. So if you remember when we did our setup here, we asked specific areas, okay? Or we clicked on specific areas. Now we asked the dentist, where do you think you can get more? Okay, here's the number of households we reach who are going to get crowns, for instance, dental checkups, okay, teeth cleaning, etc. Okay, where do you think you can get more? Okay, and the guy says, my gosh, I didn't realize there were going to be so many crowns. You know, I should put more emphasis on crowns. And by the way, I've been thinking about adding, to our staff here. Okay. And so it gives the ability, one of the businesses told me this is great because it shows me what I should know that I did not know. Obviously finding solutions for them. But what if they say, my gosh, what else do you have? So you just click on the edit pen, you click on add products and services, and look at this. We also got dental veneers. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about dental veneers. How about implants? Look at this. So you can, with their input, extend and add additional areas of information. So you are the true consultant. And so the purpose here and the benefit and the magic of it and its fun is helping them find solutions. So in this example here, the person said, my gosh, I can get more crown business. Great. Well, let's put together a consistent campaign to help you get more business. Okay? Then you click next, and up comes, we talk about a consistent campaign. Okay, 52 weeks. And here's where we mesh our two together. The guy's interested in getting more business, right? You've got their attention. They're motivated. They're excited. You talk about a consistent campaign. Now let's give them some ideas, some specific, and we click the Metrographics in real time. We go to you, and now it's got the business name, the account. We embed in there the category of business. We click on Find Ads, and boom. Now, in real time, we're able to show them some examples, some ideas, and literally get their attention. Okay? I was an ad rep once. There's nothing more effective than getting their commitment, excitement. I want to run a campaign like this. Boom. We got it right there for them. So this is how we're tying and weaving in your service into the flow of the engagement with the business. We love it because now we've got that added ability value of tying in, literally closing, adding that piece. I had a business that said, yeah, sounds good, but you have time. I don't have time to put together the ads and campaign. Now you can show them. We can together put together in real time the campaign. So this is how we're tying it together. And help me out here. Just, you guys know your program better than I do. And we did a demo about, what, 10 days ago? And Rob showed me all the stuff that you've got. I was blown away at just the diversity of services you guys got. Okay? So once
I love how it immediately populated the information. That was really good.
Yeah, so Dave there has done a good job so that it automatically shakes hands with our program. It knows the business name and it knows the business category. So in this case, we're doing a dentist presentation. It pulls up dental spec ads. Okay? So then they said, yeah, this is a great campaign. Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. And you guys are more familiar with your program than I am. You click, create the ad. You go through it right there in real time. It's awesome. So right there with them, on their tablet. We work with them on putting together the campaign. Okay?
Does this it's not set up to save this ad in your program, is it?
No.
To go back.
So it's set up to save it in your program.
Okay.
So as you can see here, we created and we're presenting for Allegheny Dental Care. We've now got an ad for Allegheny Dental Care. How cool is that?
Awesome.
Works really nicely.
And I don't know, once again, I apologize, I don't know your program, but obviously you can work with them right now and just create the details of the campaign. Obviously, save it as a PDF, email it to them, etc. So in other words, we flow right into your program, we pass the information, it's all of the advantages and value added that you guys have in putting together that campaign. And we love it because it now is we get their attention now with the specific details of a campaign, get that buy-in, that missing piece we did not have, that now with you we do have. It just becomes far more effective. The one, us plus you is now 3.
Good way to put it.
Yep, exactly. I'm really excited about this. Really excited. The people we've shown it to love it. Okay? Okay, now they say, that's great, I love the campaign, and then they go back here, and this is an area we gotta work on, is I want to be able to go back into the same part of the presentation. So once they say, yeah, I love the campaign, I want to go back here, because now I want to show them the last part. So they just agreed to the specific campaign spec ad details, right? So I say, great, now let's talk about how few customers you need to pay for the campaign. In other words, sign the contract. We've shown you the opportunity. We've identified where you can get more. Okay? We've shown them a campaign they like. And now let's seal the deal by showing them how few customers they need. For that campaign, sir, all you need is just 12 customers. Just 12 over 52 weeks out of 12,300 we have available. Well, how'd you get that? Well, the campaign is $7,250. At an average customer value of $1,300, average gross profit of 50%, that's $650. $650 into 7250 is only 12. Well, what do you make on a customer? Get their engagement. What's a customer worth to you? Click on the edit pen. Click on, he says, my average customer is 2,000. Okay? My average gross profit, we're really efficient here, is 65%. Look at that. He only needs 12 customers, $15,600 campaign. This has been phenomenally effective in overcoming their fear, their risk, by getting their engagement with their own numbers of what a customer is worth to them, and then showing them how few customers they need. And this is one of the secrets of the AdSeller program and why it's been so successful. And so, we're approaching $100 million with Metrographics. And then we show them the upside opportunity. Okay? What's your return on investment? 150,000 is a 10-time return on investment. Well, I'd like a 200,000. Well, see what 200,000 is. Okay? Okay, 200,000, 13-time return on investment. All you need is 100 customers. Okay, so that's an overview of the program and how we blend the two together to really provide that 1 + 1 is 3. I think it's 1 + 1 is 10.
That went up very quickly.
Yeah. Well, I think you understand and respect, what value added we each bring to the table here, and how putting the two together is awesome.
Is Tony Roselli going to start asking for a little finder's fee for
Probably. Oh, Tony, yeah. So what questions or feedback do you have? Happy to answer any questions you have on. where we're heading with this, and more specifically today, what our program is and how it fits with what you have.
I mean, it's very clear. There's nothing, it's all very intuitive. There's nothing complicated. I mean, I had already been through some of your stuff before, so I don't know if these guys have any other specific questions. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Dave will work with the coding and setup for getting you back to where you need to be in that presentation area.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, you know, we have to, when the ad is generated in that third step, the approximate size of the ad shows, and
Mm-hmm.
the share portion or the share option in that third step can be with the client or with production.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking at expanding that a bit as well. So I think all this is coming together at the right time.
Perfect. And let me just, one thing I've put in my notes is, if I was an ad rep, I would want to go out with a spec layout baked into the AdSeller program. And I want
Right,
to,
like that sort of preset.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I've got something right there that I can focus on, get their attention, get their interest, and then say, well, what do you think about it? Oh, I love it. Okay. Or they could say, well, what else you got? And then I can click and go to, you know, a selection like this.
I have a feeling that, again, in that third step where it says basically, you know, you can email it to a client or to someone in production. That's like what that text says under step 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a way that that email can feed back into your system that has that, the ad as part of it showing.
Mm-hmm.
So we can work on that.
Save your presentation button.
Well, in talking to Rob, we mutually agree we want to do a soft launch.
Yep.
And just take some selected clients, get it out there, and really understand and learn from that. Because there's going to be a lot of surprises and a lot of opportunities we didn't realize. Okay?
I'm just writing a couple notes.
Okay, perfect.
John, can we go in with that sales demo password?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
PulseResearch.com, sales demo, sales demo.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else I can assist with?
What if someone was to say, what's the age population that you're serving? Do you get that question?
Do they what?
Does anyone ask you, like, what's the, basically, the age group?
No, they don't. Then I've made 1,500 four-legged sales calls. They've never asked that.
I guess if they have teeth, it works.
That's the point. If you don't have this information, it's all about you don't reach our audience. You only have old people. But when you have this information, now they're focused on the benefit to them.
Right.
That's the whole difference. And all the ad reps, when I initially train them, they're all saying, "Oh, they're going to ask this, ask that." They don't. They're so excited about, in this case, $16 million are up and available. They don't care what the age is. They don't care if they're white, green, you know. They just want the business.
And if they need a crown.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they have teeth or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm. As an industry, we've been hung up too long on demographics, and we shot ourselves in the foot. It's all about the opportunity for that business, about and for them, and more important, finding solutions they didn't even know were there.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me give you my email address. It's Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, @paper.net. So if you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, Pulse is totally, absolutely committed to our mutual opportunity here.
John, I'm sure I'll have more questions. It's just this is the first time I'm seeing this, so I'm just sort of taking it all in. But if I have some questions, I'll email you.
I don't know if these guys told you who they are, but Sonia is our client services manager, and Bethany is one of our awesome senior staff on that team. And they do all of our responses to incoming client emails, phone calls, and they also do all of our webinars and training for Metro. So, and they've both been with us for a long time, even though they're very young. So anyway, you're dealing with seasoned vets from Metro here that I'm very proud to have here. So I know we'll have questions and will be active participants in getting this all promoted and launched, and
And the Pulse team mirrors you guys. We've got a service team that's been with us for, on the average, well, the youngest is 9 years, and 15 years, and 21 years. So.
Yeah, it's similar. I mean, we have two other people on our service team that are not with us right now. I mean, they're with Metro, not in this room. We had to keep them, on the phones and on the computers. But and that's Jackie and Carol. But at some point, we'll have you connect with them.
Well, I've recorded this, so I'll send you the recording also. Okay?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
All right, have a good day, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
again. Look forward to
All right.
our opportunity here.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.